Hello, welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I am going to react to the very last episode of Band of Brothers. Before I start, I want to tell you that you can see every reaction of mine uncut on my Patreon. The link to my Patreon is in the description, so check that out if you want to see my full reactions to everything. Yeah, I just watched the 9th episode and I feel like I'm still kind of like recovering from that because that was really heavy. I gotta say, I am kind of excited about the last one. I am sort of hoping for some positivity. I've been watching this all in 4 days and it's a pretty depressing show, of course, because yeah, war, and it really happened. And I kind of had the same thing with Chernobyl. Like, it was so good but it was so heavy and it really like took a toll on me. Like, you keep thinking about it. It's only been depressing up to now, apart from some small parts where they were singing or something, and I am just really hoping to see the end of the war and to see some positivity. I feel like there's still a lot that has to happen, but yeah, let's just watch it. Oh, no one's talking now? I really hope we might hear them talk more in the end.
It was more than 3 years since Louis Nixon and I decided to join the paratroops.
What do you think you'll do after this? And discuss the possibility of staying in the army as a career. Said I'd think about it.
I mean, if anyone's fit to do it, it's him.
Are you offering me a job? Think about it.
I feel like this is the most peaceful part of the show we've seen up to now.
We'd entered Bavaria in early May with the hopes of capturing Berchtesgaden. He had apparently ordered the SS to make it their last stand from which to mount a guerrilla resistance against the Allied advance. The first step was blocking the roads.
Easy Company is ready and willing.
Duly noted. I already recommended you to Colonel Sink.
Terrific. Let's go find out where it left. Come on.
This is gonna take a while.
Understood his point. Wow.
Damn.
Kitty would love this. How many brides get a wedding present from Hitler? You always think that? I can't carry all this.
Yeah, that's so heavy.
Easy?
The Eagle's Nest was a surprise birthday present for Hitler, built with Nazi party money. A mountaintop stone retreat. It was one of the crown jewels of his empire.
Huh.
And the man was afraid of heights.
Interesting.
Hey, there you go. Love your Eagle's Nest. I hope you don't mind. We made ourselves at home. Love what you come to, Lexi.
Ready for it? Listen up. German army surrendered. Come on.
What is this?
10,000 bottles of the world's finest liquor, wine, and champagne marked the day the war in Europe came to an end.
It's all yours.
This guy is in heaven. That looks good though.
Happy VE Day.
Yeah.
VE Day? Victory in Europe.
Happy VE Day.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite a beautiful place.
So you reckon they'll make us run on those or ski down?
People like you and me. When there are finally no more wars to occupy us.
Have all your men collect the weapons, deposit them at the church, the school, and at the airfield.
I honestly, I also feel bad for like German soldiers, like just the young boys who have to fight for Germany. Like, at least the American boys, they know they're fighting for a good cause. But then there's like the German soldiers and they have to fight a war and they're not even fighting on like the good side. Like, then it would feel completely useless what you're doing. Yeah, of course they're brainwashed into thinking they're doing the good thing.
And our casualties are high, but moving on to the next big step towards victory over Japan.
Crouching down for Perko. Deer's gonna shoot back. Come on, y'all. Just shut up. Let Shifty fill us some dinner.
Tired of eating dried up spuds 3 times a day?
Hey, you know what? I got an idea. Why don't we just shoot bull here? We can company for a week.
Right. And he's gone.
Oh, God damn it, Shifty. I mean, I ought to be glad to be ready to...
I mean, he already saw you were there.
How many points you need?
15.
15. Christ, I thought I had it back. No Purple Hearts, never was injured.
So you get points by like getting the purple net, and that's when you get injured. And what else? How long you serve or something?
Still do not have the 85 points required to be discharged. On this, the anniversary of D-Day, he has authorized the lottery to send one man home in each company, for easy company. The winner is...
A lottery? Lottery?
Sergeant Daryl C. Powers. That's how it's done, Swifty. We will begin training to go to war. Come in.
Again.
I just don't rightly know how I'm going to explain all this. I see.
You're a hell of a fine soldier, Shifty. There's nothing more to explain.
I feel like it must be so weird to go
2
home
days
after
later,
all this
Shifty Powers
time.
was on a truck headed for the rear and a boat home.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the truck was hit head-on by a drunken corporal from another regiment. Shifty had a broken pelvis, a broken arm, and a bad concussion.
Okay, but he's not
He
dead.
survived, but had to spend the next few months in a series of hospitals.
Talk about
I
bad
wish I could
luck.
say that he was
Okay, but at least he's not dead. I was like, okay, then you win the lottery and you can got sent back home, and then that happens.
You didn't tell?
No, I couldn't get him to shut up.
What? Tell me what?
Guts and Glory here applied for a transfer.
What? Heading out to the Pacific right away. If I'm going, I want to get it over with.
Are you in on this too? I can't let him go by himself. He doesn't know where it is.
They don't need me anymore. So you were given command of the company on D-Day? That's right.
Yeah, this was crazy.
I fired my last shots there.
Well, the whole damn war.
Yes, sir.
You got through that storm without any fire you went. And you were on the line the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Sit through a siege like that? Under those conditions?
You got through it.
The way they're doing this small recap of all the battles.
Frankly, I think you men have earned the right to keep you around.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Is this just all green screen because it looks so fucking nice and real?
What if he's an officer with no ties to the SS? What if he's innocent? You know what? What if he's a fucking Nazi commandant of a fucking slave camp? You don't have any proof.
Habe gar nicht. Shut up. Was machen Sie? Ruhe. Ich weiß von keinem Arbeitslager. Ja, Sie haben die falsche Person.
Nein!
He's guilty.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh.
Son of a bitch. Shoot him.
No.
Alpine Paradise should have been a welcome relief, especially now that we were at peace with the Germans. Everyone just wanted to go home.
81.
Ooh.
I have 81 points.
Is that good enough?
It's more than he has though.
See about taking a ride.
Where are they going?
Möchten Sie nach München gehen?
Ja, bitte.
Was machen Sie dort? Sind Sie verrückt?
You could at least like get the suitcases back in the car.
He was dead when they brought him in. 75 points. He was 10 points short.
The enemy had surrendered,
Fucking hell.
but somehow men were
Yeah.
still dying.
But that is so fucked up. You went through all of that only for this to happen, you know?
You okay, Matt? You need some help?
Oh, someone turned
Give
crazy.
me any gas. Krauts. I don't think he's going to be needing it.
Hold on a second, all right?
What the fuck? Yeah, guys with guns and too much time on their hands, and then they turn fucking crazy.
I don't think there's any hope.
Fuck.
Go find a train, Sergeant.
shoot this bastard on sight? Try and take him alive.
Get in the Jeep.
If you're going to shoot me, shoot me. If you're not, put the gun away.
Get in the Jeep now.
Oh, that's a doctor.
You'll help me. First, by putting that away.
Let me drive.
We'll get there faster.
If you can save a life like that.
Gonna go in there and join in? Just play cards, right?
Who? Oh, the guy that shot him.
Listen, where's the weapon? What weapon?
That's what you fucking deserve, though. I feel like this guy's a danger to others. If you're not gonna shoot him, then at least keep him a prisoner.
Cross surgeon says he's gonna make it.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
I don't think we'll see you back here anytime soon.
I won't let you down, sir.
Down at the airfield, there was a German general who was a little PO'd about having surrendered a private babe Heffron from South Philly. Thinks it's beneath his stature. I thought Second Lieutenant Carver Lipton from West Virginia could soothe his ruffled feathers. No problem, sir.
Captain Sobel?
Oh,
Captain Sobel.
we barely ever see him and then he's suddenly back. Every time.
Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft.
You fought bravely, proudly for your country.
Ihr seid eine ganz besondere Truppe.
I actually understand all they're saying.
Zusammenhalt gefunden hat. Sie alle verdienen ein langes und glückliches Leben in Frieden.
You deserve long and happy lives in peace.
I feel like I had expected more from the last episode, to be honest.
Look at these two kids. What the hell happened to them?
But it is interesting to see what's happening to all of them.
Well, Compton came back to see the company to let us know that he was all right.
Ah,
He became a prosecutor in Los Angeles.
nice.
He convicted Sirhan Sirhan in the murder of Robert Kennedy. David Webster became a writer for the Saturday Evening Post and Wall Street Journal. And later wrote a book about sharks.
Ah,
In 1961, he went out on the ocean alone. He was never seen again. He splits his time between Arizona and a place in Montana.
this is nice.
George Luz became a handyman in Providence, Rhode Island. 1,600 people attended his funeral in 1998. Doc Rowe died in Louisiana in 1998. Frank Percani returned to Chicago, worked a postal route as a mailman. Joe Jhpat returned to San Francisco and drove his cab. Bull Ranneman was one of the best soldiers I ever had. He went into the earth-moving business in Arkansas. He's still there.
Probably not anymore now, but back in 2001.
Alton Moore returned to Wyoming with a unique souvenir, Hitler's personal photo albums. He was killed in a car accident in 1958, until he showed up at a reunion just before his death in 1981. How we lived our lives after the war was as varied as each man. Tarwood Lipton became a glass-making executive, and he has a nice life in North Carolina. Harry Welsh, he married Kitty Grogan, became an
Finally.
administrator. Ronald Spears stayed in the Army, served in Korea. He retired a lieutenant colonel.
Easy company! Fuel cycle!
For Easy Company, it was D-Day plus 434.
Fast man would have had it, Burko.
This morning, President Truman received the unconditional surrender from the Japanese. War's over.
Regardless of points, medals, or wounds, each man in the 101st Airborne would be going home. Each of us would be forever connected by our shared experience. Lewis Nixon had some tough times after the war. He was divorced a couple of times. Then in 1956, he married a woman named Grace, and everything came together for him. He spent the rest of his life with her, traveling the world. My friend Lou died in 1995. I chose not to go to Korea. I'd had enough of war.
I get that.
Finally finding a little farm, a little peaceful corner of the world, where I still live today. There is not a day that goes by that I do not think of the men I served with.
A very unusual.
I knew it. I knew they were still gonna show it. And with the names.
Happening, and it's a very unusual bonding.
We knew that we could depend on each other.
And so
finally we know who's who.
Close-knit.
Just brave, so brave is unbelievable. And I don't know anybody that I admire more than Bill Garnier and Joe Toy, and they were very, very special.
And I'm proud to be a part of it. Sometimes it makes me cry.
The real men, the real heroes, are the fellas that are still buried over there, and those that come home to be buried.
And after the war was over and you came back out, well, you lost a lot of that.
We just hoping to stay alive, that's all. Henry V, we in it shall be remembered. We lucky few, we band of brothers. For he who today sheds his blood with me shall be my brother.
I cherish a question my grandson asked me the other day. Grandpa, were you a hero in the war? Paul said no. I served in a company of heroes.
Damn. I knew the ending was gonna make me emotional. I knew it. And here we are. I think they did that so beautiful. Like, letting them talk at the end, showing the names one by one. At first I was like, I'm not really sure what to think of this episode, but in the end it was quite beautiful. I also feel like this is the only episode up to now that has shown us some kind of peace. This was a beautiful show, I gotta say that. I really had my doubts at first, mostly because I am not really the person who normally watches war movies and war shows. It's just not really my thing. But like I said in the beginning as well, even though it's not really my thing, I can really appreciate it when it's well done and well written and well shown. And yeah, I think this show really did that. Like, for example, the cinematography of this show, that was so fucking good. It was so beautiful. And to be honest, there were so many parts in the show that made me really like, you saw that they tried to stay as close to reality as it actually was. I think it's really nice that they interviewed these veterans for it, because yeah, I mean, they are the only ones who can tell the reality, how it was. And the fact that they based it on that, I think that's so good. Because there's a lot of war stories and I'm sure they do their research, but I think the best way to do your research is to talk to them. I mean, the show is already like 22, almost 22 years old now. So I'm afraid that most of them aren't alive anymore right now. But I mean, they lived lives, they got old. I mean, that's the best thing that can happen, right? But yeah, I recently read like an article and that said like that there's barely any people left who served in World War II because they're all dying of old age now. And I was like, oh fuck, yeah, that's true, because most of the men that served there, they were probably around 20, maybe a little older when it started. So most of them were probably born around 1920, a little later maybe. And that's 100 years ago. So yeah, it's so weird to think about that. And they were like, if there's stuff we still need to know, want to know about World War II, we need to like talk to these people now because they're dying, you know? But yeah, I think it was like, they also showed the friendship between the men. Like, I get that if you served with someone, if you went through something like that all together, you'll never forget that. You never would forget that. It's, yeah, damn. There were a lot of moments in the show that really made me think like, fuck, this really happened? That's insane. I feel like it really gave me a different view on the war or something. As in, like I said before, yeah, of course you learn about the war in school, and I have watched other movies, other documentaries years ago, but I have never watched a like 10-hour show before. And you really follow these men in their journey, and you're really close to them while watching this. And you feel their connection and you feel what they go through. And yeah, I think that's very beautifully done. So I think I'm going to end my Band of Brothers reactions with that said. I want to thank you all so much for watching this with me. I feel like it's so much more fun to watch a show like this with an audience and to actually be able to share your emotions about a show with people. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm a reactor, of course, so yeah. But yeah, it was really nice, and I hope you enjoyed my reactions. Like I said, you can see them all uncut if you want on my Patreon, link is in the description. And then that was it. So did you like my reactions? Then please leave a like, subscribe, and I really hope to see you back at some of my other reactions maybe. Bye!